It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, they were undefeated against this squad last season, going 3-0. We'll see if they can continue that dominance. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problem before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out there.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. The Dallas Mavericks, they come in off the loss to Toronto. A real closely contested game. They couldn't come up with a couple of key baskets and they lost by 3.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. And tonight, Clark, 2 veteran clubs facing off. Mentally, we should see very few breakdowns either way.
Yeah, I like the way you put that, Kevin, because you're talking about experience, preparation, and mentality. And those are on display with these teams. They don't beat themselves. That's what you're basically saying. These are teams that you have to beat. So it should be fun to watch this matchup.
The good ones always pride themselves in being prepared in all ways, don't they?
Yeah.
For every game, as many as there are.
No question. And the other thing is, when you're a veteran team, you're an experienced team that has some talent, it pains you when you give games away.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Rubio against New Orleans, who is really on his game. 3 on the clock. From 18 feet away, kept alive, Gobert. Good D by Jordan. Now the Mavericks with it. Lobbed up there for Barnes. It's stolen by Ingles. Smith against Rubio. It's tipped. Doncic with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Barnes. And he banks in the layup. Barnes has got the first points on the scoreboard for Dallas.
Boy, strength and body control on display there from Barnes. I will tell you what, he's got a competitive spirit to him. He doesn't want any defender to get the better of him.
Now, here's Rubio. And Favors kicks to Rubio. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Smith outside. Pass to Barnes. Jordan the screen. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, I think that was clearly a fourth. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
That's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Barnes.
I'm always appreciative of the aggressive mindset. Get it down in the paint and go to work with confidence.
To the middle, here's Mitchell. It's tipped.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Gobert, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Off the left rim and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Ingles with the screen for Mitchell. Favors with the screen on Barnes. Mitchell against Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Ingles. He feeds it to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Smith. 9 points last game. Now the pass to Powell. Takes the three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Jazz have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. From 12 feet out. And it's Mitchell missing. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Barnes kicks to Jordan. That shot is off. And it's Utah the other way. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
Now here's Powell. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. And Doncic gets it to go.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
They set the screen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Favors, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Looking here at some numbers for Donovan Mitchell. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Doncic dishes to Smith. Shoots over Rubio. Smith, no good. Jazz trail by 4.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Now here's Doncic following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Ingles against Barnes. Puts it up. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And with Gobert, he does so much as a defender with his impact, Greg, in the paint.
Yeah, and Gobert does so much in terms of cleaning up his teammates' mistakes while they're defending out there on the perimeter. It allows his teammates to be more aggressive on D, knowing he's going to be that last line of defense. And Gobert won't let them get too comfortable, as he is one of the more vocal players in terms of shaping their D.
And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not exactly textbook mechanics, but I think you got to admire Rubio's resolve. Knows he has to at least be a threat to shoot it out there.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season starter?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I started fast in my 3rd year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my offseason needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my 3rd and 4th year. and then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And Gobert drops them both. Now Barea. Jordan with the screen on Rubio. Here's Doncic. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
And just clever at creating space off the screen. Doncic is someone you can't afford to lose sight of in these situations.
Now, here's Ingles. He picked up 15 points in their last win against New Orleans. Gobert the pass to Rubio. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rubio's got 5 now.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the inside, Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Gobert. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Udo's checked in for Favors. Burks comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Udo, 8 feet away. Powell pulls it in.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Boy, the size and quick release Barnes has helps him inside. I mean, he feels very comfortable shooting from here.
Gobert the screen. Udo kicks to Gobert. Gobert with the screen on Barea. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Udo. A nice shot by Exum.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Barea. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one's good, Barnes.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Exum's shot is off.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
I thought the pass looked good and just came up a skosh short, but I like the initiative and the intention.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Jordan. Measury comes in for Dwight Powell. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Barnes. That free throw good from Doncic. And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
Now here's Exum. And the wide open shot from Crowder. A three-pointer, no good. The 10-footer. Rebounded by Exum. Jazz trail by 7. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now here's Doncic. D right on him. Nowitzki, the pass to Mejri. From 15 feet away. Nowitzki, no good.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
Now here's Exum. Now here's Burks. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead for the Utah Jazz. They won their last contest, that game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Nowitzki a screen. Doncic kicks to Matthews. Doncic with a screen for Matthews. Pass to Barea. Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 6. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Screen by Udoh. Pass to Cephalosha. Off the pick. It doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Down low, Mejri, and the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Crowder, the 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Doncic with it. Burks covering. It's rebounded by Udoh. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris has checked in. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Udoh kicks to Crowder. Clock at 6. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Dallas leading by 4. Harris inside the line. It's rebounded by Udoh.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
The 3 from Cephalosha. No good on that last second attempt there.
Commendations to Wesley Matthews for the defense. Always hustling and scrapping, doing whatever he can to annoy his man.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Makes you reflect, you know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and draining buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, it's been impressive for me too, Greg. I mean, they've snuffed out a lot of shots, and I think they've had an intimidating effect on the opponent.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Exum and Burks, they're back there. Udoh out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward.
And, you know, Barea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
And Utah has possession. Following the three-point basket by Dallas. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And a switcher also for Utah. Mitchell's checked in. Crowder, the pass to Mitchell. He kicks it to Cephalosha. Screen by Udo. Pass to Cephalosha. Burks on the wing, guarded by Harris. Clock at 4. Tries again. Another miss by Utah. Mavericks leading by 5. And here's Matthews. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's good from long range.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
And here is Cephalosha following the 3 from Wesley Matthews. Cephalosha with it. 9 points last game. But they'll get another chance. Another miss by Utah. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Crowder with the steal. And there's the call on measure. That's his first foul. A different look for Utah. Derek Favors checked in for Udo. Joe Ingles comes in for Cephalosha. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Alec Burks. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a renaissance man.
The drive by Rubio. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. Hangs. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Favors.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
You think of all the iconic players and the shots or moves associated with them. Hard to top Dirk and his one-legged fadeaway. I mean, it's one of the most unorthodox and most effective shots. And the fact that he's a 7-footer and does it that way, unique.
The first free throw is good. Dirk Nowitzki still producing with that shot he made so famous. Clark has helped him stay dangerous even at this age.
You know, Kevin, for younger viewers of the NBA, it's hard for us to describe to them how good Dirk was. I mean, this guy could get off any shot he wanted. He was unorthodox and a bit quirky, but so effective. He could put it on the floor. He could post, had unbelievable range for a big guy. You know, when he hangs it up, there's no question he's first ballot Hall of Fame material.
Now here's Gobert. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Jordan with a screen on Rubio. Harris against Mitchell. From the stripe, Jordan trying to free himself up. Goes back up. Barnes kicks to Jordan. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Harris. Inside, Smith. That one goes in. Smith's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, Smith makes you pay when he gets inside. Despite not being that big, he's got a lot of game in the paint.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. The pass to Favors. Harris against Mitchell. Here's Ingles. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Rubio. Trying his luck deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Smith the pass to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. You know what, Greg? There may not be a more likable superstar in the NBA than Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, everyone loves Nowitzki.
And a large part of that is just Dirk plays the game with a smile on his face, it seems, at all times. His play style is one that is hard to root against, having so much skill in the body of a 7-footer. And it's one thing to be respected by everybody. It's another to be loved by everyone in that regard. And Dirk's, he's one of a kind.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. And that one's good by Favors.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up and hitting shots with confidence.
Jordan the screen. Here's Harris. And another basket for Dallas.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Ingles kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Now Harris. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock from downtown. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Jazz trail by 8. Mitchell right side. And Favors kicks to Ingles. Gobert the screen. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Off the pick. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the scariest players to see coming at you down the lane, Clark. He can just wreck the rim.
Oh, big time, Kevin. Not only does he finish hard, he does so violently and with some anger attached to it. The kind of dunks where you're worried if defenders are going to get hurt trying to challenge him. This guy is explosive. No surprise he was in the dunk contest last season. And I don't think that's going to be his first invite.
First one falls for him.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
Both free throws good from Smith. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother score than.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Screen by Smith. Harris passes to Jordan. Mitchell against Harris. Off target from three-point range.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Rubio outside. Favors with a screen on Smith. No good off the front iron. Dallas leading by 10. Harris kicks to Powell. Over Favors. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
Utah calls timeout. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Devin Harris. And Barea subbed in for Dennis Smith. Utah also making some changes. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Joe Ingles. Burks comes in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Doncic kicks to Powell. Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Gobert the screen. Favors with a screen on Barea. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Dallas Mavericks, despite having the 3rd worst record in the league, they had the league's highest attendance rate.
Really rabid fan base there, and they also donated quite a few tickets as well to schools, charities, you name it. So that helps when you talk about filling the arena. And quite honestly, it's a good move because kids are the fans of the future.
And he makes the first. Udo's checked in for Derek Favors. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks leading by 12. They set the pick. Doncic kicks to Barea. A rebound by the Jazz. For Utah, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Stolen by Exum. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Doncic passes to Jordan. Now, here's Burks. Passes it to Gobert. Kicks it to Exum. Back to Gobert. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. No good on the free throw. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So, no, the evolution with the four-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it. It speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
The free throw drops for Powell.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Both good from the line that time. Jazz trail by 12. And here's Exum. Pass to Udo. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Barnes against Crowder. They get it back. Jordan. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Barea kicks to Doncic. Jordan the pass to Barea. Here's Doncic. Sinks the three-pointer. Doncic has got 10 points.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
Gobert the screen. Back to Exum. Shoots over Barea. Exum's shot is off.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Outside Jordan. Over in the corner, Barnes. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Crowder. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
How about this? A major upset brewing. Welcome to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A nice show being put on tonight by DeAndre Jordan. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 steal. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of Dallas illuminating the night sky as we welcome you back to the Lone Star State. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination. Strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas. Smith at point and Doncic next to him. Powell is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
Barnes outside. No good from outside.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. And the dunk by Powell.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Gobert the screen. Rubio outside. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple.
And, you know, Kevin, his team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Screen by Smith. Doncic kicks to Smith. Shoots over Rubio.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And there's the pass to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. Gobert with a screen on Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Favors with the screen. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the Jazz call time here. And DeAndre Jordan this last offseason opting out of his contract with the LA Clippers. He felt, Greg, obviously it was time to move on.
It didn't take long for Jordan to find a new home here in Dallas. Had almost signed with them last time he was a free agent. Closed the deal this time around. Still has a lot to offer and a really good fit for this team inside.
Got that one up quick. Ingles has got his first bucket in this one. Dallas leading by 13. The drive by Smith. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Ingles. And now Ingles pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Two shots. Foul. Two.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw drops for Ingles. Good on both. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Jordan the screen. Smith kicks to Powell. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
To the paint. Here's Rubio. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Favors with the screen. The drive by Rubio. 2 points. That one goes. Rubio's got his third basket of the night.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
Nice shot by Smith.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Favors sets the pick for Ingles. Off target from outside. Mavericks leading by 11. Smith kicks to Powell. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Powell's got 8.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Favors with the screen. Clock at 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And Utah making a change here. Burks is checked in. Mitchell outside. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. 11 points in the game. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Barnes outside. Back to Smith. It's Powell on the wing. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dallas. Jazz trail by 13. Outside Favors. He kicks to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Right side Favors. Yep, it counts.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And the Jazz call time here.
And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Measury comes in for Doncic. And a switcher also for Utah. Crowder's checked in. Shot from the inbound. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Smith with it. He's got 8. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barnes. Smith in the post, covered by Mitchell. Poked loose. It's stolen by Gobert. Ingles against Barnes. Here's Gobert. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Mitchell. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Nowitzki a screen. Matthews no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Smith, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Dallas making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and Utah making a change here. Exum's checked in, and both free throws good from Crowder.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Nowitzki. A second chance effort. Crowder with the steal. Pass to Burks. Good D by Matthews.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Here's Harris. Outside Matthews. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Ricky Rubio. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And the first one at the line is good. And Wes Matthews, a player who has done a great job, Clark, of recovering from a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Kevin. That's not an easy injury to come back from. He had his injury in 2015 and has been one of the best examples of full recovery from what can be a devastating career-threatening injury. Reached out to DeMarcus Cousins when Cousins ruptured his Achilles to give him a voice of somebody who had already traveled that road. And, you know, Wes Matthews still a very talented player in this league. I mean, excellent presence on both ends of the floor, and he certainly has always been a solid defender on the wing.
Crowder, a screen on Harris. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mavericks leading by 4. And for Matthews, he prides himself on being a two-way player.
And, you know, his three-point shooting percentage might not be that impressive, but given the volume of threes he takes, pretty solid. He's a terrific character guy, hard-working, always engaged. And he doesn't need to have the ball to stay involved. I mean, this guy's never going to be a star, but he's going to be one of those guys that always add value to a team.
There's a screen. Crowder against Harris. Kicks it to Matthews. And here's Barnes for 3. A shot that time, not on target. The Jazz go the other way with it. Inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Matthews. Cephalosha with the steal. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Rubio.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you can see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
Barnes passes to Mejri. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udo. That's foul number 2 for him. Mavericks making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Dishes it to Barnes, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Crowder, a screen on Berea. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. The Mavericks leading. Here's Barnes. Inside. Here's Matthews. Nobody near Barnes. And it falls over the rim and in. Barnes has got 13.
Barnes, one of the best catch-and-shoot guys around. Awesome at filling out the defense and then taking advantage of what's available.
Barnes against Cephalosha. Shot clock at 3. Another miss by Utah. Dallas leading by 4. There's the pick from deep. Berea. Rebounded by Exum.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Berea kicks to Barnes. Nowitzki a screen. Matthews passes to Barnes. No good with the triple.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Three-pointer, Crowder. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Nowitzki, good.
And Nowitzki is an accomplished scorer inside. Uses his height extremely well. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. Now the dish to Cephalosha. Now the pass to Udo. Screen by Udo. And it's Rubio penetrating. The shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Matthews. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Guys, Wesley Matthews is a pure shooter, a long-range bomber who also plays lockdown defense on the perimeter. That's a heck of a combination.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Doncic is checked in for J.J. Barea. And a switcher also for Utah. Derek Favors checked in for Dante Exum. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Screen by Udo. Back to Cephalosha. Mejri with the rebound. Dallas leading by 3.
And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. Over Matthews. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Thabo Cephalosha. Then there's Udo. And it's Rubio in at the 1 spot. Here's the screen. Favors with the screen on Matthews. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. That's 3-pointers off the mark. Dallas leading by 3. Matthews dishes to Barnes. Really left alone that time. Barnes has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Dallas.
Barnes taking over on offense, Kevin. He's feeling like, hey, nobody on defense can handle me. Sensational.
Favors with a screen on Nowitzki. Udo, the pass to Rubio. Screen by Udo. Rubio against Matthews. Here's Udo. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the middle. Here's Powell. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Outside Crowder. He kicks it to Favors. Shoots over Powell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A drive by Barnes. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Here's Favors. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Doncic kicks to Matthews. Nowitzki sets a screen for Matthews. Over Favors. And the rejection by Favors. Now Cephalosha. Pass to Rubio. Favors in the post. Powell on him. It's deflected. Matthews passes to Nowitzki. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
A different look for Utah. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Mitchell in for Thabo Sefolosha. And that one falls for Nowitzki.
Boy, you got to love Nowitzki. As unique a player as you'll ever see, a towering 7-footer who is as good as it gets at making all kinds of jump shots.
And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Favors sets the pick for Mitchell. Matthews with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. It's tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Jordan, he's checked in for Dallas. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Jordan with a screen on Rubio. Doncic passes to Matthews. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
And Matthews kicks to Doncic. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Jazz trail by 12. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Now Ingles. And Barnes comes to help. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Dallas. Here's Dallas stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Outside Jordan. Back to Matthews. From past the arc. Doncic, no good. The Jazz have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Dallas leading by 10. They set the pick to the inside, and it's Matthews with the jam.
Mindset so important for every player, but Matthews showing you when the defense isn't up on him, he's taking advantage of that.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. 6 to shoot. Ingles passes to Gobert. Tries again. He lays it in.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way. Guys.
Boy, when he's in rhythm, he's a threat to score from here. Gotta D-up Powell from the mid-range.
Mitchell kicks to Rubio. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Outside Favors. Shoots over Powell, and it's blocked. Ingles against Barnes. Here's Powell, and another basket for Dallas.
Powell playing with a lot of confidence because he knows he has the trust of his teammates. They've got confidence in him to take these shots.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him. Favors passes to Rubio. And Gobert kicks to Favors. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Here's Gobert.
And Jordan's mere presence can affect shots. I mean, he's easily one of the league's premier shot blocking artists.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Gobert can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. That's a 2 from Barnes. Utah with the rebound.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him.
Rubio against Matthews. Favors with a screen on Matthews. Rubio misses.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
It's good.
You know, Matthews goes quickly from dribbling to shooting. I mean, you give him a sliver of daylight. That's all he needs, and he'll torch you.
Here's Rubio, and just miss after miss right now.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
To the paint, he swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Well, this is where his sweet spot is. Rubio at his best in the open court. Knows how to finish in that environment.
Rubio against Matthews. Here's Barnes. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jazz trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's good.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Matthews against Mitchell. And Matthews kicks to Doncic. Back to Matthews over Mitchell. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Matthews has got 10 points here in the second half.
And Matthews unafraid to let it fly from the mid-range now. A consistent score from this area of the floor.
Gobert the screen. Passes it to Favors. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts. Mavericks leading by 14. Barnes kicks to Matthews. Over Mitchell, and he can't bank that one in.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. He doesn't get the second one.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Stolen by Rubio. And Jordan sends it back. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket for Mitchell.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Powell with the screen. Barnes kicks to Doncic. He dishes it to Powell. Over Mitchell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, really good to see Powell playing within the offense and taking quality shots and riding his hot hand.
Here's Mitchell. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Powell, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Powell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Gobert the screen. Here's Ingles. Good D by Barnes.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Matthews, no good. Jazz trail by 13. To the paint. Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. Jordan with the rebound. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Doncic dishes to Matthews. Barnes against Ingles. Barnes outside. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Wesley, nice win after the last loss. How important is it to win these home games?
We need all of them. We need every single home win we can get. And like you said, it was a good bounce back win for us. And we got to get ready for our next game.
Great job, Wesley. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.